right.
Well, we're going to go ahead and move over streams, guys. We are now in gameplay 3.
Yep.
Getting to cast an awesome match for you. Liquid Ret versus Socke.
All right, yeah. So it's going to be a PvZ to wrap up the 3 matchups that we covered all throughout this game. We casted Protoss versus Terran, Terran versus Zerg, and now we're going to go ahead and wrap up PvZ. Let's go ahead and go directly to our scoreboard here. We have Liquid Ret versus 10 alternate attack Socke. But more importantly, Red's here in the bottom right as the red Zerg. And in the top left, we have Socke as the blue Terran. Blue Protoss. It's been a long day, Robin.
It has been.
We woke up really early today for all our preparations. And I'm really excited, but I'm saying things wrong, so you got to help me here, man.
Okay, man, I got
Socke
you.
is the blue Protoss.
Personally, yes, he's blue. He's Protoss.
Okay.
It's in the top left corner. So
all
we got
right.
3 things right there. In the bottom right corner, we've got Liquid Ret.
Red's been on a tear as EVP.
He has been. His CVP has been looking spectacular.
He beat Socke.
Yep.
He beat Parting.
Yep.
He's
been on a tear.
He beat Hasu. He beat a lot of Protoss.
In general, he's been really good. I mean,
he's been doing really well.
He won against MVP at the Winter Arena. I think he actually fell to the Muslim, if I remember correctly. But overall, he's become very, very reliable, very, very solid in terms of getting wins a lot. So we'll see how well he does at the event. Down here in the bottom right corner, looks like he might be gearing up for that 15 hatchery, which again is pretty darn standard, especially against Protoss. And already we see Socke going for that fast expand, piling down on the natural, and we'll be seeing what exactly his plan is for this game. But both players look like they want to go ahead and set themselves up for a mid game. An early game is be pretty greedy. And you know what? One of the things that I love about Red is he knows how to be greedy, man. He knows how to.
Yeah, absolutely. So we'll see whether or not if Socke is able to hold it. Now, Socke, I've seen some of his PvZ recently, and it's very interesting because he's trying to jump onto the European kind of War Prism play, the one that White Raw has been pioneering, Hasu's been trying to incorporate it, and it's very, very interesting to watch him try to see if he can harass a lot while he gets up to standard, you know, 7 gate, or whether he goes for Immortals or Colossus, whatever he chooses to do. But also he still has that whole idea of he loves going Void Rays in PvZ, so would not be surprised to see him do that. But for now, he's being so annoying blocking this hatchery expansion, and every second counts. I mean, you can see, Red does get the hatchery, but if he delayed it for another 15-20 seconds, that would have been very annoying for Red.
Yeah, it looks like Red actually went for a 15 pull, which again, I like that choice because one, it's forced cross positions, so you know that your opponent's going to be on its way. He's most likely going to throw a pylon down. So again, it's going for the safer play. And again, the 15 pull is something we've been seeing everyone do now. It was really popular in Korea, really popular in the Europe scene, and now it seems like North America, they're really grabbing it. So at the same time, checking over into the natural here for Socke, we have, of course, the forward into the gateway, and I actually believe he threw expansion down before that. So yeah, he went Nexus first, it looks like. And checking over into the natural, hatchery's a little over halfway done. We got Lings on the field, gonna start grabbing map control, denying probes, looking for pylons, anything of that sort. So again, very standard early game, setting our players up both for the mid game to be very, very powerful, very, very strong, and go for the bushes that you were talking about, like we saw from Socke, that we could be seeing here from Socke. Like you said, the 7 gate, the Immortal. We'll see what he plans to go for, as it will be revealed pretty soon.
Well, he's actually going for the very standard transition, double gases after a gateway foe, so that's pretty much the thing that you do in PvZ. More importantly, I want to see what Red's up to. Oh, wow, look at that. A very, very quick third. And actually to the point where it's actually even before the 4.5-minute mark where normally take us. So this is actually even earlier third than you normally take. So Red's doing a fantastic job here, playing along to his opponent, because he knows there's anything he's learned that he's been able to play extremely greedy and get away with it recently. So we'll see whether or not Red's able to really hold that third, if Socke chooses to punish it, or will Socke choose to follow up a la Parting. We see players like Startail Parting, sometimes he sees that fast third hatchery from Zerg, and he takes his own fast third Nexus. So we'll see how that actually plays out, but for now, Socke, he's getting his +1 weapons, and pretty much spending his chrono boost on his next size. So very standard play and nothing out of the ordinary, but I'm liking the openings. Very solid choices from both players.
Yeah, and actually the Overlord came in and looked at the natural, saw the forward was under chrono boost at the moment, so he knows that an upgrade is going to be on the way. He knows he has time, because normal time you won't be seeing any pushes come until the upgrade finishes up for board out of players. So you know what, with denying or delaying his gas so long, he's able to grab his third. He's really able to drone up pretty heavily, keep up with cream production. As you see, he has 1 queen still popping out. Should be having one in the main out as well.
Stargate.
Stargate play looks like it's going to be on the way here. And actually, Overlord now going in, and it looks like
he will see it. There's no
Such good
unit.
timings, man. Oh,
Whoa!
he pulls back. No!
No!
Oh, Red. Oh, dang, that's huge.
Oh, wow.
That's huge. If he saw that, automatically you see production cab. 2 more queens being
2 more
queued up.
queens.
You see
Evo chamber.
spread, you see all the stuff that is required to fit against it. Instead, he throws down the Roach Warren, throws down 2 gases, which means that he wants to get out if you upgrade speed, potentially a faster lair, which means he might not have as much anti-air as he would like. This is it was actually quite of an upsetting pullback. He did that with both his overlords. He didn't want to hear the natural, poked in a little bit, and pulled back, just completely missing this whole entire area.
Socke's going for Phoenixes, and he's not going for the Void Ray.
Oh.
On Antigua especially, there was a very popular build by Liquid Hero where you would go for a Void Ray. Oh, this Overlord will see the Stargate. Yeah, there we go. And he sees it's a Phoenix, actually.
Red is so smart. He pulled his Overlord back from the natural, went all the way up to the top left corner, and didn't sacrifice an Overlord. That way he could just come in and scout, free scouts both times. And he actually pulled this one back as well. That was actually really, really smart. Phoenixes will clean up the Overlords though, but again, he's aware of them now. Evolution Chamber can queued up. But what was you were talking about? You said the build was very popular by Hero.
Well, Hero actually goes for Phoenixes and then Zealots. And then actually he doesn't go with Dark Templar, which is what Socke is actually doing. So actually I'm going to go ahead and retract whether I think he's going to do something. But the idea is Phoenixes are just good on this map. I'm not talking about what Socke is going to do or what. I'm just saying that at this point Phoenixes control the map extremely well just because you're able to utilize the spaces between expansions. If you look at the third, and you can just pop in with Phoenixes really easily up from the north, and from the main you can also pop from the west very easily and just kind of float on in. So Phoenixes are very, very good for this map early on. I like that kind of follow-up, and it's interesting because he's getting +1 air weapons as well. So it's very, very cool to see that Protosses are kind of valuing that upgrade because normally we see them kind of neglected after Stair Play.
Liquid Tyler, Phoenix DT.
Oh, wow.
Liquid Tyler did this for a while, man.
Liquid No Name, man.
No Name, yeah, Mr. No Name himself. And it seemed like he was doing it as more like a trolling build, if you will, on ladder and whatnot, but it's actually got some... It's pretty strong, actually, if it goes unscouted and not dealt with correctly. I'm really interested to see if Socke sticks with this. Phoenix is now taking off a couple of Overlords. There are a nice amount of Spore Callers out. And is there actually a lair? Yeah, lair's already done, so Red should be okay in terms of holding it off if he gets Overseers. Is he morphing in any DTs anywhere? I'm looking around the map at the moment. Have a pylon in the top right corner, and actually a pylon going down the bottom left. Using Phoenix to get DTs into the main. Interesting.
That's clever.
Very clever, yeah.
Well, what you would do with those Phoenix Zealots is that, yeah, you would actually be able to lift off the Queens and then just have the Zealots warped in and then just pressure, and they only have our Zerglings. Maybe if they rush Roaches out, they would have it, but the idea is to be able to pressure, and this is so clever by Socke. He's going to just warp in Dark Templar and pressure at the same time. This is what Socke loves doing. He loves that high harassment kind of style. So he's going to target the Spore Caller. Excellent choice here, Robin. But more importantly, remember, those Zealots are also going to the third, and also DTs can snipe the layers extremely quickly. In fact, it takes, look at how fast he's taking it down, as right now Red's making 2, 3, 4 Overseers, as right now Socke will get this layer, but more importantly, how much damage is he going to do overall?
So much damage. You saw what we from Socke over here. He actually kept his Phoenixes over the ramp, so if any Overseers came his way, he could defend against them. Roaches do pop out in time, though. 2 Overseers have been created, but they are sniping down the Overseers so darn fast with that +1 weapons, and now the DTs will be left to do as much damage as they want, going straight for the Extractor. More Overseers have morphed in, but 3 have been killed off. That's 300 gas down the drain. This has been such a strong play here from Socke. I'm loving it, man. Overlord's now dying down as well. Red has
too much.
This hurts. This hurts.
Red's losing way too much Overlords. He can't make any units. He does have his Spore Callers and a couple of Overseers defending against the DTs, but he does snipe the Spore Caller, and he's going to snipe the Overseers as well. Will Socke be able to keep those DTs alive? And he does. Looks like a Spore Caller just finished just in time. Red still not going to be able to stabilize against these Dark Templars. There's another Spore Caller falls, as right now this Phoenix DT is doing so much damage, but Socke still seems to not be able to keep on top of his macro right now because the supply is still not that high. He's done a lot of harassment damage, but hasn't been able to follow up too much. He is making some gateways now, though, and he's going to prepare for a mid-game push, but right now doing still a good job harassing, but looks like he still is going to lose some Roaches here and there, but for the most part, these Phoenixes have been very cost-effective.
Yeah, they're picking up a lot of Queens, they're picking up a lot of Overseers, which again is a lot of gas thrown down from Red. He's trying to get something nice secured. There's another layer already on the way, but as you stated, a third is already on the way. It's already going to be nice to secure. A couple of photon cannons up in case a Roach follow-up does come. He'll be nice, ready to defend against a Blink. Stalkers is following up as well. This play has been so great for Socke. He's lost a lot of DTs, but I feel like it's worth it. He's down only 9, but again, he's laid a lot of tech. He's cut off the lair.
This is unbelievably
annoying. He's cut off so many Overlords with a lot of minerals running down the drain, which is less drones on the field, less hatcheries on the field as well. finally, it looks like we will be having another hatchery thrown down from Rhett. And luckily, he had that macro rat, so his drones can keep mining. But overall, I find that to be really successful here for Socke. He's actually only ahead by 68 to 60. Rhett did a pretty good job of just making it overall.
But Rhett lost his lair, so he actually still can't make overseers. And I mean, at this point, he still has spores, but that whole idea is Rhett can't actually move out. He doesn't have mobile detection.
Oh, he does now. Lair's finished.
His lair. Actually, he remade his lair. Okay, so at his natural, so he is remaking it. So during that whole time, remaking the lair at the natural, we didn't catch it, but there was a good job there by Rhett. So doing a fantastic job here, making sure that he can try to see if he can extend it. But he's pushing out here, and he shouldn't be able to do anything. Socke has a lot of units ready at his third, and that actually should discourage Rhett significantly because he saw the saturation also, which is pretty good at the Protoss third.
Yeah, 74 to 60 harvesters at the moment. Plus one's about to finish up. There's a nice amount of roaches being collected here. He's actually stopped making drones. He wants to do some kind of damage pretty soon. But Stalker numbers are really starting to get high at the moment. There are 2-0 in terms of upgrades. And he's got a number of gates home as well, so he can keep up with the warpins at the same time. And you know what? Stalker's moving across the middle of the map. And he saved a number of his phoenixes too as well. It's going to help out a lot in engagements. And he also, when he kills off the overseers, DT's coming in the mix as well. Well, be really strong. I
like the Stalker follow-up because he knows that Rhett's got a lot of roaches, so he can capitalize on his blink. He's going to blink a group back here, lifting off a good number of roaches. Now keep in mind that disabling those roaches is going to be very huge, but more importantly, he has force fields, and there it is. 3 do pop out, and Rhett forced to burrow. Rhett under lots of pressure, and great job there by the Phoenixes to lift off some roaches to pick them off. Looks like Rhett here trying to evacuate some of his units, but the Fungals do keep the units in place. But will that even matter? Socke just has so many units. GG.
Wow, a nice colorful build there from Socke.
Yeah, it was well thought out.
Really well done. Sniped that lair so fast. Like you said, man, 4 DTs will take out a lair so darn fast, and we witnessed it there. At the same time, pressuring the third, which is smart. He had roaches at the third that were doing the zealots. Red, he actually didn't see the Dark Shrine because after the Phoenixes came out, Phoenixes killed off the Overlords, and then there was no scouting available. He had no idea DT was coming. He thought it would be Zealot.
It was very clever.
Zealot Phoenix, he thought that was coming, and then Socke played him, man. That was
played him like a fool.
Yeah, that was outplayed there overall. So Rhett, I assume, will be a little more active in scouting this game.
Yeah, that's the great thing. It's a best of 3, guys. Rhett will be able to adapt. For those of you who don't know, Rhett's been practicing his ZVP non-stop, relentlessly, and that was definitely not how he imagined it would execute out, because Socke, with that DT warp in, was very clever, and that's actually a really common spot for Protoss to warp in. So if you're a Zerg player playing on Tiga, always keep an Overlord around that area, just because it's very, or I try to at least keep something close, because I know that you're sniping Overlords, but try to keep that area scouted, because Protoss love warping in behind the gas.
Yeah, definitely. So it looks like both players are going to be ready to go. Let's go ahead and get Socke as Protoss. Okay, so both players say they're ready to go. I'm going to ref myself, and make sure the scoreboard overlay is good to go, that we have the map nice and set up. And we'll go ahead and load it up, guys.
All right, so real quick, guys. Thank you so much to everyone tuning in. This is the MLG Winter Championships here in Columbus, Ohio. We're going into game number 2 here in just a second.